What is up, guys? It is your favorite Otaku Lotus here today, and welcome back to the Nerd Corner. And in today's video, I'm giving you my review, my thoughts, it's not really a reaction at this point because it's so late, but just my review and my thoughts on episode 8 of Orange, letter 8. And I usually do these reviews, I record these directly, as soon as I finish watching the episode, I lock my phone and then I start talking into the camera because that's just how I do it. But today, pretty much right after I watched the episode, I left the house and I've been gone all day, so that's why this review is out much later than it usually is. And I probably won't do things the way I usually do just because it's not all fresh in my mind. I have some screenshots on my phone that I'm looking at just to kind of refresh my memory, but I'm not going to rewatch the episode right now. And I don't script things, and I don't take notes, so this is all off the top of the head, but I'm rambling, so we're just going to jump into it. Now, this episode, I just want to say that I liked it. It was good, but I don't think it was anywhere near as good as the last two episodes. And that's just my opinion. I know my boy Memory, shout out to him one time for the one time. I know Memory thinks this was his favorite episode thus far, and I definitely understand where he's coming from with that feeling, because with the 3 episodes before this, I was like, yo, this is my new favorite episode. I don't know, this week I wasn't feeling that way, but it was good. But there were just certain things that happened in this episode that I'll get to in a moment that I didn't really care for, that I honestly say that I'll go as far as to say that I had a problem with. It didn't really take away from my enjoyment, I won't say it, but it just didn't put this on the level as the last 2 episodes for me. It started off really good though, because we see this nice little flirtatious romantic moment between Kakeru and Naho, where Kakeru puts his earphone in Naho's ear so she can hear the music that he's playing. But what was dope to see is that he at first Naho was blushing and looking away, but he puts the earphone in her ear or whatever and looks her right in the eyes, and he says something along the lines about finally getting to look her in the eyes, because she's always blushing and looking away from him, or looking down or something like that. And I was like, yo, my man's is smooth. And this is the thing, I don't get Kakeru, bruh. I understand he's going through a lot. I understand that my man is very emotionally tormented, and he's got a lot of things going on in his life right now. But there are just sometimes when he's smooth as hell, my man's is ice cold, he's a pimp, he's straight playboy. And then there's other times where he's lame as hell, or he's mad whack, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Which one are you gonna be? Because there's things in this episode, for example, the whole thing with letting her listen to the music and then looking her in the eyes and all that and being all romantic and flirtatious. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. But then there's later on, there's 2 occasions, right, where Kakeru holds out his hand to Naho, and he does this because he wants to hold her hand, but he doesn't say that. He just assumes that she's supposed to understand that, which in my mind I agree. But at the same time, I feel both of them are at fault in this situation, and I was frustrated with both of them. Naho, I was frustrated at because she's so stupid and emotionally oblivious to his feelings, even though they both confess it. And I would think that anyone in that situation would have understood it. Kakeru's holding out his hand because he wants Naho to take it. He wants to hold hands with her. She doesn't get that on either occasion. And I'm just facepalm, bruh, you can't be this stupid. Hold the man's damn hand. Take it, love it, embrace it, hold it until the ends of the earth. You should probably want to do that too. I would think that would have been the first thing on your mind. But no, I guess she's as bad as a main protagonist from an harem anime. I swear to God, bro. But then Kakeru's just as bad, because in my mind I'm like, dog, if you really wanted to hold her hand that bad to the point where you're gonna get mad depressed when it doesn't happen, say something. Open your damn mouth. Say, would you hold my hand? Or can we hold hands? Or will you take my hand? Something, bro. Say something. If you want something in life, there are just certain things that you gotta make it happen if you want it to happen. Take some initiative. Just holding out your hand and expecting her to understand. While I do agree she should have understood, clearly she didn't. So you should have opened your mouth. But that's just how I feel. And especially because he got really, really upset about it. The fact that she didn't. He's like both times when it happened, he's just oh, never mind, whatever, bye. And just left her hanging. Well, she left him hanging first, but he just left for real, walked away. And I'm it's not really that deep, but I understand he's a very emotionally tormented and distressed soul right now. He's been going through a lot. But at the same time, I'm just be a man, bro. Be a man up. I know times is hard, I know it's tough, and I feel for you, but man up, dog. Life is not easy. You're gonna have to learn how to handle situations like this a little bit better, especially if you want to be in a relationship with this girl. And I'm gonna need Naho to stop being so stupid before she catches this backhand. On God. On gang, bro. She gonna have to smarten up, wisen up before she catches this backhand. But overall, I really did enjoy this episode. There were a few other nitpicks I would have, there was this really forced and awkward cliche moment where Kakeru and Naho are walking, and this was one of the scenes that led up to Kakeru holding out his hand for her. Naho, they're just walking, and she just trips and falls out of nowhere, very dramatic, to the point where she clearly tripped for real, but the way they set this up in the anime, the way they did it, it was so, I don't want to say it was poorly executed, but it was just so cliche and bad looking that it looked like as if Naho had done it intentionally to fall into Kakeru's arms, which wasn't the case. Like, Naho herself as a character, like, she didn't do it on purpose, she legitimately tripped, but I just feel like it was handled so poorly. It just looked really bad. It was really cliche. I didn't like it. And then we had the whole scene where like Kakeru holds out his hand for her, like after he, you know, sets her right back up, and she doesn't get it, and I'm just like, yeah, that whole scene just kind of irked me a little bit, but it's whatever. And then the other problem I had with this episode was the fact that Azu and Taka, it is revealed in this episode, by the way, which it should have been a much bigger reveal, but it kind of was very anticlimactic, especially compared to Suwa, because like Azu and Taka, they have letters. That was like a big reveal for this episode, but I feel like it paled in comparison so much compared to like Suwa, because like when it was revealed that Suwa had a letter, like my jaw damn near hit the floor, like I was blown back. But when it was real that they had letters, I was just like, oh yeah, okay. I was waiting to see if we were gonna find that out or not, and yeah, it didn't do anything for me. Another thing I really have it's not even just that. The real reason I have a problem with this is because they were hounding Suwa and Naho, like, what are you guys hiding from us? Is something about Kakeru, yada yada yada, saying and doing all this and that, acting like they're all perceptive about this and that. Which, by the way, if they're so damn perceptive, how come they didn't understand that Naho and Kakeru had feelings for each other, yet they understand anything else that's going on in their circle of friends? But anyway, I'm scatterbrained right now, but the point is, if they had letters all along, why the hell did they not say something sooner? Why were they like playing some sort of mind game with Naho, waiting for her to speak up and say something? Like, you guys all should have been working together from the start, working to help save Kakeru. Like, I feel like that's really, really stupid. And this is somehow turning into a rant. I'm putting a lot of negativity into this review. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the episode, but there are some things that like I just got a question, like that I'm just not okay with. And I'm just like, if they had letters, they should have opened their mouth straight from the jump. Because with Suwa and Naho, it's different. They didn't know that anyone else had letters. They didn't know anything. Yeah, they didn't know. But with Azu and Taka, they clearly knew that each other had letters. They went into this together. So straight from the jump, they should have asked Suwa and Naho and Hagita. Oh, by the way, Hagita has a letter as well. But like, no one really cared. But yeah, straight from the jump, Azu and Taka should have been asking Suwa and Naho and Hagita, like, yo, did you guys get a letter like this? Did anyone else get one of these letters? Because like, I got this letter that says it's from the future, blah blah blah. At least with Naho, at first it's like, she doesn't know if it's true. She's scared. She's very, you know, nervous and ignorant to a lot of things. And then with Suwa, it's like he found out a little late and he wasn't sure, and he eventually came forward and was like, yo, Naho, did you get a letter too? I just feel like Azu and Taka took way too long to reveal it and to step in. I don't know what they've been doing all this time. I don't know if they've been contributing to trying to help Kakeru out. But I just feel like they screwed up. That's just my opinion. I love them as characters. They've been very entertaining, especially Taka. Azu's kind of here and there, but Taka, every time she's in a scene, I really do love her character, especially when she's being a savage and talking about how she's gonna beat somebody's ass like Ueda Senpai. But yeah, I just feel like that should have been handled a lot better. But aside from everything that happened in this episode that I didn't like, there were a lot of moments that I did really like when Kakeru, he's very confident about it. Like, he confesses his feelings to Naho for the second time. He's like, you know, I don't want to force a relationship. I don't think it's as simple as us. We just confessed our feelings and now we jump into dating. Because Azu tries to, you know, she's kind of like forcing it. Like, she's calling Naho and Kakeru like boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're like, that's not it. And they're like, well, and she's like, well, why not? And Kakeru's like, it's just not that simple. And I don't want to end up hurting Naho in any way, yada yada yada. So if it means that we're just friends and we just keep staying cool just the way we are, knowing that we have these feelings for each other, that's fine by me. Naho's kind of quiet and silent. You know, she doesn't really know what to say or do in situations like this. But everyone kind of realized that Kakeru's taking Naho's feelings into consideration and they're taking things at their own pace, and that was very respectable. But then he looks Naho in the eyes and he's like, but I do want you to know that like I meant what I said and like I really do love you. And I was like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes Kakeru, he's really smooth and he plays it like super hella cool, and I'm like really impressed. And then there's other times where like the hand holding thing, or like, you know, when he said the lame thing about, you know, who would you pick between me, Suwa, and Hagita? I'm like, dog, is you gonna be cool or not? Is you gonna be whack or not? Like, pick a side, bro. Pick a side. You gonna be a man? You gonna be a boy? I gotta know which one, because if you gonna be a boy, you gonna catch his backhand. Yeah, man. I had some flaws with this episode, so that's why I didn't like it as much as the last two, I guess, but I thought it was another great episode overall. Music was great. There were a few actual odd scenes with the art where Naho's eyes were kind of too big or too far apart, but other than that, you know, again, great episode. I liked it. And yeah, we're just gonna end it like that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys, and stay tuned for all those content I plan on bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have for today, so I will catch you guys next time. Later.